Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a little different build for you. This is another one of our 3-in-1 remixes that we're doing, and we are getting these instructions from Rebrickable. We are going to be combining two of LEGO part number 31153. It's called the Modern House, and we are going to be combining it into this, a picture that you see over my shoulder. This comes to us from a mock creator on Rebrickable called, he's just called Rebricked. And they took two of these modern houses and they created what I like to call like more of a modern mansion. And I've really been looking forward to this one for a long time. This is a retired set. However, in the secondary market, it really hasn't done much price-wise. There's a couple of reasons for that. You know, it's a fairly low piece count, 939 pieces, and it only comes with two minifigs. And the minifigs are cute, but they're not, they're nothing really super special. So I think that this is going to be a pretty moderately priced set, the secondary market, for a long time. There's just, not a whole lot going on with it. So we are going to, first thing we got to do, which is going to take a while, is take apart this one. Then we'll open up the brand new one, and we will create this into our modern mansion. And at least from the pictures that I saw when we first discovered this Rebrickable build, it just looks really fantastic, like what this thing should have been from the beginning. So I'm going to take this thing apart. I won't bore you with showing you that, and then we're going to put these things back together, and then we'll do a review of it. So we'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, well, I got the modern house that was built. I got it apart. Only took about half an hour or so, maybe 40 minutes. I've got my parts separated by color. Got some of the bigger plates spread out here. One thing I did not pay attention to when I was looking at the instructions, that this does call for a separate 32 by 32 base plate. They show green. I don't have green. I've got white. That's okay. I'll do white. Maybe I'll put some other foliage around it. What the heck? We'll just try that. So let's go ahead. We'll open up the other one, and let's get started on this. I'm not sure what this is going to look like, but let's go. All right, I just finished up building the Rebrickable version of LEGO 31153, the modern house. Taking two of those sets, combining it into this. This is by a guy by the name of Rebricked on Rebrickable. Good name. And it looks, I'm not sure how well you can see it from here. We'll bring you in closer in a second, but it looks really, really good. This would have been a great set right off the box, right out of the bat from LEGO. It is really, really good. And I will bring in for some close-ups here in a second. There are a few compromises that always have to be made when you're taking an existing set and trying to create something new. We found this with all the builds that we've done from Rebrickable that are based on existing LEGO builds. Now, one thing that did happen, there are a lot of parts left over. So hopefully you got a good, if you decide to do this, you have a decent storage system. We're slowly building ours up because you're going to have a lot of parts left over, a lot of window frames, a lot of plates, and a lot of just of the smaller bricks as well. So, that is what it is. We do have three stories here. It does come apart. I'm going to take apart all the stories and show you the inside details. But all in all, I am really, really happy with this. It was a really, really fun build. It wasn't repetitious. It wasn't routine. I also like what he did. He also, instead of reinventing the wheel on some items, he did reuse some things that were part of the original build. There's little bookcases in there, the trees, what I call the banana seat. You'll see that in a second. A couple other little items like that. So that was kind of good to not reinvent the wheel. And I actually kind of thought that might happen, to be honest with you. So I kept a lot of those pieces or those elements together. And it's like, well, when I get to it, if I need the parts, I'll just take it apart. But I ended up using them just as is from the original build. So let's bring you in close. So let's check this thing out. We did run into one problem with the instructions or with the design. There's one part on the upper level here that calls for a 2x2 flat dark gray tile to go against a 2x2 stud. Well, you can see on the video right here, it doesn't work. The tile collides with the studs in front of it on the floor. Pretty easy fix. I just replaced that with a 1x2 dark gray tile, and it works just fine. Again, it's on the interior, but still, just that was the only oversight in the design and in the instructions. Other than that, everything was smooth sailing. Here's our up-close look at the modern house mansion. I just really do like this thing. It looks so nice. Now, Well, we have up front here, here's how the minifigs are supposed to be. We got the guy wearing the little striped shirt, and then we got the girl wearing the green shirt and the tan pants, and he's got on the blue pants. And I just kind of mixed it up for the two other minifigs that came out of the other set. I turned around the face on the girl. She's got her shades on because the future's so bright. She's got to wear shades out by the pool. Now she's got on the striped shirt. She still has tan pants, though. I guess I should have moved them around too, giving the guy different pants. Anyway, just kind of messed them up a little bit. So looking at the front of this thing, it looks fantastic. We have our front door right here. We have our little chairs out by the pool. I would have liked some translucent blue pieces to go in the pool. It's kind of flat the way it is. As I further expand on this and maybe add some more landscaping, I might put some translucent blue pieces in myself, have it look a little nicer. I love the light fixtures on the outside. Again, we have 3 layers, and I love the slatted wall look. That is just absolutely fantastic. Tons of windows in this build, tons of windows. Now let me spin this around. On the side here, we have another door. Can we open that door? Yay, we can open the door. See, a little minifig can go inside. And we have the kitchen in the bottom here. Again, upper levels, a door. I'm going to take all this stuff off and give you an inside view. But that's the side. Now, the back side. Here's where some of those compromises have to come into play. So you can see that the designer had to make some interesting choices when it came to the limited number of bricks that they had to use. If you were to build this from scratch, you would probably have consistency of color back here. You would not have these red tile pieces or the tan pieces underneath the windows here as well. So this is the only area. We also have a random, I don't think I missed a part of the instructions. We also have a random 4 stud off the back here. Don't know why. But again, these are some of the compromises. Also along the bottom, part of the structure was a Technic brick, whatever. You're not going to see it. So that's the back side, and again, some choices that you wouldn't normally make. This side, kind of the same thing. We have a black stripe here of a black tile, some of the tan, again, more windows. But other than that, it's fine. How the walls attach are really cool. You have some hooks, and that's how those sides of the wall got attached to the whole build. So let's go ahead and take off the top and let's check out the inside here. All right, looking down on the main level. A lot going on in here, which is really cool. We have a great range over here with some pots and pans, a couple of little canisters, a seating area, a very, kind of a sparse seating area around the range. We have some great couches that you could easily put a minifig on, have some studs on the back so you could sit a minifig there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he reused this coffee table as well, which is really cool. It's got clear pieces, really neat. We have a very interesting staircase back here. We have the guitar hanging on a guitar holder. So that's pretty much it for the main level. Let me turn this around. We do have some more storage too for the kitchen. A couple more pots and pans sitting there. But that's pretty much it for the first floor. All right, looking down on the second level, we have what I call the banana chairs here. They're really unique. They're totally curved upwards and they're yellow, so they absolutely look like a banana. Have a little carpet in front right here, a little cup on the table. A really cool, I've never seen this design before, a really cool spiral staircase that goes up to the 3rd level. No railings or anything, so that looks a little odd, but it was a really, really cool effect. We have a little floor lamp here in the corner, and then we have a couple of computer monitors and a chair, and let me turn this around, and just a nice kind of like a table, has a camera and a couple pieces of foliage on it. There are the 2 bookshelves that I did not have to recreate because I kept those intact, and that was smart because that's kind of a tedious build right there. We also have some more foliage here in the corner, and you can see the banana chairs a little bit better there as well. So that is the second level. Let's go ahead and put on the 3rd. Now on the 3rd level, we have the bedroom. We have an awesome shower with a cobblestone bottom, or cobblestone floor, I should say. Another little cup, a little dresser that is really cool, because check this out, it actually opens up. You could put some stuff in there. The directions actually call for other minifigure parts to go in there, like their clothing or things like that. There's the spiral staircase coming up to this level. We have a simple bed. Now, here's something else that's kind of weird as well. You also have a couple of doors but they open up to nothing. It goes down to that living area with the banana chairs. So again, you know, he had to do what he had to do with the parts that he had. So just a couple of doors are right there, but again, they open to nowhere. But that's pretty much it for the top level, which is the bedroom. So here is the bottom part of the roof. The chandelier, again, that's a holdover from the original set, and that goes on the kind of the high ceiling of the living room where the banana chairs are, and that just fits down into place. I'll have to go get it more permanently, but that's pretty much it. Overall, this is a great set from Rebrickable and from Mr. Rebricked there. We will have the link for it in the pinned comment below if you want to check it out. You know, again, this modern house is a fairly inexpensive set. And when you combine the two of them, you can, you know, maybe pick it up used or something that's going to be even better. You know, combining it to make this one thing, it's just, it just looks, I think, just so much better. So what do you think? Leave a comment. Like the video if you don't mind hitting that little like, and do me a favor, see the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Give it a little hit. That'd be awesome. It really would help us out. Stay tuned. Got a lot more cool stuff coming up, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.